Good morning. This is the epilogue, part 3 of this tree painting. I've worked for about 6 hours on this because I was working from a photograph. The tendency, of course, is to do it like the photograph. It's a commission, and I hope the person who's interested in it likes it. But I wouldn't have done it like this had I done it for myself. I would have made it much more impressionist. But the bits of it I do like. I quite like that down there and the little clouds here. This was a real pig trying to do that tree, and because we're painting light against light, which makes it rather difficult. Had it been my own, I would have made a much darker sky and then counter-changed the lights on here against it. But the bright sky, that's what the client wants. So that's what I hope is what the client's got. The foreground I've kept simply. It's in dark shadow, and I put as much light as I dare without drawing attention to the foreground, because I want the viewer to go to that tree, because that was the whole object of the exercise, was the light, the late afternoon sun shining on that tree. I really struggled with that, but there we are. Anybody wants to know how I would have liked to have done this one, have a look online at some of the early Arthur Madison paintings. Very impressionist. In his early days he used a lot of small bits of colour, broken colour, like Monet, but as he got older, from my age, he broadened his brush strokes. I love his work, and he's been a great inspiration to me. Doesn't do watercolours, not that I know of. He does mostly acrylic and then finishes with oil. Acrylic is a great underpainting that you can, if you're going to paint this sort of size, you can block in with acrylic because it dries very quickly. You can carry on with it in oil within minutes, but of course you can't put acrylic back over oil. You can only put the oil on the acrylics. So there we are, for better or for worse. No birds, no people, just a tree and a sky. So I hope you enjoyed the demonstration, what I showed of it. You would have been bored stiff if I changed it a whole lot. So here we are, part 3, we'll call it the epilogue. Fight to the death. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.